We can also use this to enforce segregation of duties, for example. One scenario that we have defined here is stopping a user from posting goods receipt for a PO created. In this case, if I go in and get a PO that's created by this user, let me go into 16 here, created by, and I'm logged in as SAP Dev, so I'm going to use that to filter the POs. So I'm going to pick one of these POs created by SAP Dev, and I'm going to try posting goods receipt for this particular PO. So when I go into the transaction and I enter the purchase order that was created by this user, and I try to post goods receipt, you can see that the user is stopped from posting goods receipt. So that's one way of stopping the SOD violation from happening. But if I were to pick a different PO, not created by this user, and if I were to try and post goods receipt, it'll let me go in and post goods receipt. That way, we are not just blocking all goods received for this particular user, but we are looking at the document created by the user and stopping the goods receipt only for those POs that the user has created. And similarly, if I try and go into, say, a purchase document release transaction and try to release the document for a PO created by the user, again, I'm using purchase document 12. And if I try to release this purchase document, you can see the message saying release affected. And when I try to save this document, you get a message here that says SAP Dev cannot make changes to this object due to SOD violation. So we can stop the SOD violations from occurring for the rule sets defined, and the platform will make sure that the action is stopped. And in cases where we want the user to continue doing this, but accept, say, a message, then we can pop up a message for the user and prompt them to accept that he's aware of the violation, and then allow the user to go in and process that document. So we can either stop or get the user's acknowledgement and then allow the user to go in and perform the action in cases where we want to associate a mitigation to the risk and allow the user to proceed with the transaction. So different kinds of controls can be applied depending on the business scenario. So those were the different use cases that I wanted to share on the front door, on the data level, masking and org level controls, and data exfiltration and SOD.